Hi guys, it's Nancy, and I had ordered some stamps from Local King Rubber Stamps, and they have arrived. These are not newer, but they are newer to my collection over the many years that I've been collecting, and I thought I would have a play and make a couple of card fronts, and I thought you guys would like to come along with me on that journey. So I'm going to start with this one. It's called Playing Coy Stamp and Die Combo Set. This one is called Flutter Stamp and Die Combo Set. And what I want to show you is it has S for solid. So these are perfect for the Local King magic markers. This is the smaller set of 24. I also have the larger set, but we're going to play with the smaller set today. I don't think that I need all those markers. And then I am using Marco's Paper Matte Coated Cardstock Futura Laser. This is gloss coated on two sides, and I don't think it feels any different on one side or the other. No, it's very matte. It's not glossy, but it absorbs ink very nicely. So let's get the stamps out. I don't know that I'll die cut them today. Maybe, we'll see. I just like having a bunch of thank you cards ready to go. I mean, these are pretty much all occasion. And Tracy and I did a play date when we got back from Stamp Away, and we showed live how to play with these. So you'll want to check that video out too. Okay, so it looks like, and these are red rubber stamps made in Canada by Lisa and her husband. Totally awesome, sweet people. And again, just another one of those companies that we featured on Stamp Wars that goes around to the stamp shows when they can. The original inventor of the magic mushrooms. Duplicated, but not the same quality. I'm just going to wipe my stamps down here with a little cleaner just to make sure there's no residue left over from the process. If you get a chance, check out Lisa's channel. I will put it down below. She actually has some videos where it shows her designing the stamp to it coming into a molded plate, and then her husband actually presses the stamps in their home, cuts them. They are cling mounted for you. High quality red rubber stamps. They will last you years and years and years. So what's great about these solid stamps is that you just take your markers and scribble all over them. So with the magic markers is they're nice, and they come in two sets, 24 and 60 with a carrying case. But you can, I've had these probably for 4 or 5 years now. You don't have to huff on them. You don't have to worry about them drying out. So you'll see I'm just going to scribble all over my image with the lightest color. Don't worry about staying in the lines or being perfect. Just get all that color down. And you'll see that it looks like it's starting to dry, but believe me, it's not drying. You have plenty of working time. That's orange, orange, red, some of the red. I think I colored, yeah, I colored the wave a little bit, so I'm going to have to clean that up. The wave should be blue. I'm going to do a little bit of black on his eyes and his whisker. I'm going to clean up the wave because that's not supposed to be orange. All right, and if I need to go back and redo my fish, I can just redo my fish. All right, and then for my flowers, And I'm using the Misty because if you don't like the way something's stamped or you missed an area, you can go back in and fix it with the Misty. And I'm just going real random in here with my colors. There's no rhyme or reason. And you'll notice I'm not freaking out that my marker's drying out or anything. I'm just adding the colors when I can. You can do one section at a time if that makes you feel better. Totally up to you how you want to do this. Remember back in the old days we had to huff the stamps to make them moist again? Well, you don't have to do that with these markers. All right, and I just need to do the frame. Now I was real sloppy with my flower, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go do some touch up on that. But I think everything else should look pretty good. Just blending my leaves a little bit. Okay. So now I know you guys are freaking out saying it's been so long since she colored that koi fish. Oh, I forgot to give him some spots of black. Don't worry, he'll be okay. All right, ready? Watch. No huffing needed. I'm gonna grab my little Chucky. Look at that. Remember I started with the fish first. Now when I cleaned off my wave, I cleaned off some of his tail there, but I can go back in and fix that. So I know I need to fix my waves. That's not a big deal. I'm just going to take my time and color the waves in better. And then the base of the fish's tail. So when I wiped up the blue, I wiped up some of his tail. What else? There's a little bit on this side of his back here. Just missed coloring it. Okay, let's try fixing that. Ooh, that's pretty good. I want a little bit. I knew I missed some on my flower. I'm going to add a little bit more color in my flower, a little bit darker color on the bottom here. Look how easy those markers make it. I want some green on the bottom of my flower too. A little more pink on this flower. A little more pink on on the top of this flower. Look at that. How beautiful is that? And you guys know, I say it every time I do videos. I don't like to color. And so this way, all I do is put some ink down. I don't have to color. This is what's great about Lisa's stamps, is that she does it so it's the reverse. Most stamp companies draw an outline and you have to color in the outline. But she made this a solid stamp. That's why it's S for solid. D means it comes with the dies. So this is a solid stamp with dies. And look how gorgeous that looks. Let's do it again. We'll try to change up the colors a little bit here. And this Marco's paper really does work very nicely. I mean, you can use any paper you have, but this paper is just sucks up that ink. Just makes it look real good. And I took my Misty Mat out because these are red rubber stamps. Okay, so let's do that again. You always want to start with your lightest colors and then add on, build up to your darker colors. So that's like a lighter lime green. This is like a little bit medium olive green. Now for the flower, actually for the koi fish, I'm going in with yellow. And these markers take a beating. You can let your kids, your grandkids use these markers. You can use these to color in stamped images. They're not just for coloring stamps. They have, you know, so many uses. You could scribble on your work surface and use them with a watercolor brush and watercolor with them. So quite a few different things you can use these for. That's why she calls them magic markers. Okay, I think I got everything this time around. Nope, forgot that fin. So I did that one mostly in yellow. Now I'm just going to go in and add some spots of orange. And we're going to add a little bit of red. And a little bit of black. Okay. Now let's go back and do our flowers. We kind of did a pinky orange before. What if we do some purple flowers this time? Oops, bumped the camera with my head, sorry. So this is a lighter purple. You want to make sure that you follow Lisa's YouTube channel. I will link it down below. She has some really amazing videos, tips, and tricks. She's been stamping for a very long time. I've been following her for a very long time. I think when we were discussing it, we said 10 years I've been following her. And I learned a lot about stamping, and like, she doesn't use pattern paper. She makes her own pattern paper. You know, blending, and just kind of like little hacks and tips and tricks to make sure that your stamping comes out beautifully without making it hard work. The last thing anybody wants to do is, if it becomes hard work, then you get frustrated and you don't want to do it anymore. So she makes it simple. She makes it easy. She makes it fun. She's a lovely, lovely human being if you ever get a chance to meet her in real life. but that comes through in her videos. She does this because she loves the craft of it. She loves the hobby of it. She is not out to, you know, just create a product and put it on the market and try to just benefit from it. She creates a product and puts it out on the market because it's a product she felt she needed in her craft room, and that's why she put it out there. So the stamps, the magic mushroom, she's the artist behind all of these stamps. The magic mushrooms, like that is all her, you guys. That is, you know, there's not a team behind her. It's just her and her husband. And they do come to just only a couple of stamp shows a year right now. She's pretty much, she says she's retiring, so she's semi-retired, so you can order online. And I know that the shipping from Canada is not always the cheapest, but I will tell you that Lisa loses money on the shipping. She covers the majority of the shipping so that you guys can get your products in the U.S. That's how much she wants to support the creativity. Again, she's not in it to make, you know, this is not her job. She's semi-retired. Her husband's retired, so they travel a lot. So it's just for fun. And that's, you know, the quality behind this when it's just for fun is amazing. All right, let's see what this color combo looks like. We went with some purple flowers and more of a yellow koi fish. And I did like a bright blue border. Ooh, okay, we need a little bit more in our flower. And my wave didn't, oh, there we go. I just pressed down a little harder. Wow, I don't really need to touch up anything on this one. Oh, he's pretty. He's really pretty. Look at that one. Just changing the colors up. How much brighter. This is almost like a spring one. That's what this reminds me of. He's so bright. This one's kind of summery. Pretty. That took no time at all. Look how easy that was. And again, you can die cut these if you want. The die cuts are 2 die cuts. You have an outline die cut and you have a detailed die cut. Maybe I will die cut them for you guys since we're here. Let me clean this and move it out of the way, and we'll do the other one. Now, if you are interested in shopping any products from Local King Rubber Stamps, whether it would be magic mushrooms, magic markers, stamps, maybe you have some of her stamps you bought at stamp shows and you just need some dies, you can pick those up. I just recently stocked up on some of the dies. I will have the link down below for you. Okay, so for die cutting, we're going to use my Gemini Junior. It's off to the side here. Let me grab my cutting plates. I use the Craft First plates because, look, you guys, do you know how many cuts have been made with this? You can't even see through it. But look, still straight. I love Craft First plates. I will never buy Gemini plates ever again. Never, ever, 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 ever again. Okay, so let's start with... Oh, I thought they were stuck together. That's some thick cardstock. Okay, so we're going to start with this one, and we're just going to do the outline die. Grab some low-tack tape. And you can pretty easily see there is going to be a white border when you're doing the outline die. That's why you have 2 options. If you're somebody who doesn't like that border, then you want to go with the detail die. And we have our magnetic shim, our milky shim, and our top plate. We're going to run that through the Junior. I guess it goes like this. Very nice. Now let's look at the detailed one. Now the detailed one When you watch Lisa's videos, she actually recommends that you make a jig. And basically what you do is you cut one of these out on plain paper first, and then you use that as your guide for next time when you cut these out. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it here. The jig does help because this is much closer to the line. So I will tell you, creating that jig the way she says to do it does help you get a closer, more lined up cut. You can already see that it has embossing lines, that it's cut very, very close. So this one is much closer. Poke everything through here. Grab my little pokey tool. Oops. And this does cut all the way around, so you'll see once I have it removed here how much of that detail you get. Some of the lines cut through and some of them are embossing lines. So I'll show you what I mean here. Okay. Perfect. So all of the white areas you can see popped through. And then the flower, you can cut through. So this is not completely detached, but it's only attached by a few small pieces, so I can easily just pop it out. If you want to cut them, you can cut them. Let's do that. So you have the option leaving this like this and making it a shaker card, or if you wanted to snip, it's only a few places that you can snip and release this. But look how close to the edge that die went without me having my jig made up. I'm trying to snip this without ripping anything. I wouldn't want to ruin it. But you don't have to. I mean, you could certainly leave that in there, like I said, and make a beautiful shaker card out of it. So both of those dies come with the die set. You don't choose. It comes with it. So you get this detailed die. Look, it poked out all of those void pieces there. And I want to show you the detail here. We can pop up his little fin on his back a little bit. We can pop up this flower here. She's known for these flowers, the centers of the flowers kind of popping up a little, the petals there. And you can see those perforated lines where the die can pop out. But look at all of that dimension. And we have the flower pop up. So you can do just the outline, which is fine, or you can do the detail die, which again cuts out all of that. So if I wanted to put this on some blue, I don't know, I have some blue like water paper or something. Do I even have a piece of scrap paper I could even demonstrate this on? No, all my paper is, all my paper's cut into tiny little strips, y'all. All right, we're going to pretend this is water. Ooh, that looks pretty like that. But you could see how all of that detail would come through. Very pretty. So you have the outline die and the detail die. And when you see the stamps that say S for solid, S is for solid, meaning you can color with the markers, and D is dies. And almost all of her newer sets, you get the dies with the stamps. So it's a combo package, which is nice. And just makes life easier. Okay, let's play with the other one, the butterfly one. Let's move these out of the way. And you don't have to cut them out. I like just putting them on card bases like that and not cutting them out at all. That's just personal preference, what you would like to do. All right, let's do the butterfly. And again, if you're looking for paper, Marco's paper, matte coated cardstock, Futura laser. And this comes at 8.5 by 11, but this is 4.25 by 5.5. 50 sheets, and this is pretty heavy. Okay, so where is our butterfly? So same thing with this one. It's called Flutter Stamp and Die Combo Set. So this has a solid S. This is a stamp and die combo, so I got both of them. There you can see the outline die or the center die. Peel my little backing off of there. Now it's ready to stick. And I'm just gonna just clean that up. Anytime I get new stamps, I try to clean them up because there's always like residue and things like that from packaging. It just makes it nice and easy. And red rubber stamps are proven to last a lot longer than clear stamps, just saying. And they give crisper images. Okay, so this is all dry. So let's see here. Are you guys going to be mad if I do? You guys always yell at me when I do the traditional butterfly because I'm so boring like that. And you can get fine lines, or you can get thicker lines. All right, I think that's his antennae. And we're going to do his body the same way. There's a gnat. Get out of here, gnat. The gnat wants a piece of my butterfly. Okay, we're going to do something a little different with our butterfly. Oh, I should have said tiny to see how long this takes, because it doesn't take very long. When we were doing the make and takes at Stamp Away, I mean, people were like in and out so quick that people came back around and made more, because we had like 3 or 4 different stamps you could choose. So our line was constantly moving. There were some make and takes people did. They waited in line for hours. You know, a lot of people didn't get to make and takes at certain stations because it just took too long and they, you know, they had things to do or they wanted to go shopping. So this was like so easy for us. And you don't have to be an artist. You don't have to huff. I cannot tell you how many people tried to pick it up and huff on it. And we were like, no huffing. It was kind of a joke where we sat at our table. We were like, at our desk, magic mushrooms are okay and huffing isn't. Like, it was kind of a funny little thing we were saying. And I know I'm coloring the frame. You can decide not to color the frame. Again, it is up to you on how much you want to do here. And if you miss a spot, we can always go back in and fix it. I don't worry about the markers getting contaminated. If you would, you know, touch a darker color and your marker starts smearing that color, just take a scrap piece of paper and color it and it'll clean your marker off. But we had so many people that have been customers for a long time of Lisa saying, I still have my markers from many, many years ago. Still going strong, still juicy. So that was really nice to hear. And it might look like hey, Vance is drying out here, but I assure you, not drying out. Okay, let's stamp this layer and see what we got. Ooh, okay. I lost a little bit of my pink. I think the light pink was too light. And my butterfly, I tried to do a green butterfly for you guys. So I'm going to go back in with my mid-layer pink and recolor my flowers. I think I went too light on my pink. So that's what I mean. We can always, you start light and then you can always layer and add more colors on. Much better. A bit more in the center here. And then, what color is my frame? I think my frame is purple. Right here. Is that it? Much better. I'm going to add some more of this vibrant green. Yeah, I'm going to add more of this green to my butterfly. Just to fill in some spots there. There we go. Much better. And I'm going to add a little bit of gray to his body. I think the black is just a little too dark. So I'm going to add some dark gray. There we go. Definitely a little more green down here on our stems. This is the coloring I enjoy doing. And like I said, you guys know, I don't really like to color that much. It's one of the things I just really have to psych myself up to doing. But this kind of coloring, where I can't do any wrong, really. Look at that. Wow. I'm going to add a little bit more dark pink back into my flower. Into the center here. I like that two-tone pink. Ooh, pretty. And you guys, look, I didn't do a traditional orange and yellow butterfly like I always do. I did a green one this time for you. And I think I will die cut the outline of this one. Pretty. All right, so once again, I used the Plain Koi Stamp and Die combo, the Flutter Stamp and Die combo. I used the 24 pack of markers, and yes, they come in this cute little case. They're super light. They're easy to take. You don't need to worry about re-inking them or drying them out. You saw how beautifully they worked today. And then the paper is Marco's paper matte coated cardstock. And this is what we made today. And it didn't take much time at all. It really didn't. All right. So there you go. If you guys have any questions, post them down below. If you're going to do shopping, I do have an affiliate link down below, which gives me a little bit of credit. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I want to know in the comments below, were you a Local King Rubber Stamps fan before, like when I was? Like, did you hear about them before Tracy and I did them at Stamp Away? I know we've done them on Stamp Wars, but I want to know, have you heard of Local King Rubber Stamps before the whole, magic mushroom thing? Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.